So let us do that problem. So you have seen, right? Have you copied? No? अच्छा अच्छा, just now he went 4:15 को क्या? अच्छा ठीक है, पहला वो कॉपी करो फास्टली. फर्स्ट टेबल तो किया था ना ऑनलाइन, वो लास्ट लेक्चर में फर्स्ट टेबल तो किया था ना सिंप्लेक्स का.
Yes, ma'am.
अच्छा, you people were not there in that class, right, on Saturday? Okay. So if not, once again let us do. Okay. So tell me objective function and constraints. Objective function बोल दो. Tell me. क्वेश्चन का ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन से बोलो. Go through the question. I have sent you the images. फोन में देखो एक बार. I have sent you the images of that question. So tell me the objective function. What will be the objective function of that? Already you have did right on Saturday. So the question has mentioned that the optimal product mix and the maximum contribution if the unit contribution from alpha is 6 and from the beta is 6 and 4. So 6x1 plus 4x2 will be the objective function. So tell me constant subject to constant. x1 plus 2x2, right? Okay, 2x2 720. Okay, 720. Next 2x1 plus x2 is less than or equal to 780. So next what he is saying, cannot be more than 320 units of alpha can be sold in the market. So x1 is less than or equal to 320. Okay, these are the s1 x1, x2, x3, and we can have a slack variable, right? s1 plus s2 plus s3. So it may be 0. So here also add slack variable s1, s2 plus s3. So x1, x2, x3, s1, s2, s3 should be more than or equal to 0. So this is the formulation. Now we need to do table. So copy down the table. Write this. Don't look like that only. Copy it. Copy it. After going home, write this question also over there. Okay. So this is CG. So this is 4 rupees. Here write subject to constraint. Finished? So now what are the Cj values? What are the Cj values? 0, 0, 0. So what are the PV? S1, S2, S3 are the slack variables. Okay. So here its values are 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, here the x1 value is this one. We need to write this one. So 6, 4, 0, 0 and 0. So what's the quantity? 720, 780 and 320, right? Okay. So next tell me. Acha, quantity here we should get, that's ratio. 780 and 320. Okay. So tell me now. So what are the values of S1? Where S1 is there, so values of S1 will be here x1. x1 ke pehla what is that? We can take as 1. 1x1, right? So here 1. Next 2x2, right? 2. So the slack variable only S1 is there. So S1 ka matlab beside S1 we can take value 1. So here the S2 is not there, S3 is not there. Here in this equation, as it is we are copying. This is the quantity 720. Okay. So before x1 what is there? Nothing is there. So we can assume that as 1. So here the value of x1 is 1. x2 is 2. S1 also 1. And S2, S3 is not there in the first equation. So it's 0. So tell me the values of second equation. 2, 1, 0, 1, 0. So third equation 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay. Next, now we need to find Zj values and C minus Zj. So we need to find what? Zj and Cj minus Zj. So how will you calculate this Zj? Look here. So this 0 into 1, 0 into 1, what you will get? 0. Add 0 into 2, 0. 0 into 1, 0 itself. So the value of Zj will be 0. If here it is only 1, like think as 1, 1 into 1, 1. Here also 1, 1 into 2, 2. So 1 plus 2, 3. So here 0 into 1, 0. So now here the value will be 3. Okay, got it? So next here the value will be 0, 0 and 0. 0 multiplied into any number will get 0, right? So next what will be C minus Z value? What's the C value here? C values are 64000, right? This is also Cj value. But these are the values of slack variable. But these Cj values are the maximization function values. Okay? While taking C minus Z, we need to take the C values as here because all the variables values are mentioned here. So tell me 6 minus 0, 6, 4 minus 0, 4, 0 minus 0, 0, 0 and 0. So till here clear? Copy it fastly. Copy fastly. This is a function number 1 and this is 2. This is 1 and this is 2. Like point 1, point 2. Write down the point 3. Maximum positive values of NER. Any doubt, ask me now itself, because essay tables 3 or 4 we need to do it. If you don't understand this, next table you will not. Okay. So NERT का मतलब net evaluation row, that is C minus Z selected as a key row. हाँ, because slack variables, right? Slack variable value मतलब we can take, but when we do table number 2, 3, the values may change. Okay, because in the second step we have replaced that x1 with 0 s3, so in that case the values will change. But when we are doing the first table, the values will be 0 every time. Selected as key row, so key column, copied. After that, write this one. Next, fourth point will be okay. Copy it fast. Finished. Can I erase that one? Now here in the third point, what he is telling, so maximum positive value of NER मतलब C minus Z will be selected as key column. So C minus Z में कौन सा value higher है and which value is higher, and positive 6, right? So this column will be key column. Write over here as key column. And how we need to find these ratios? Quantity divided by key column entry. 720 divided by 1, 720, 780 divided by 2, 390, and this is 320. So we got ratios now. So next, fifth point, what he is telling, minimum positive value of the ratio will be selected as a key row. So इसमें minimum value कौन सा है? 320, right? So this will be key row. So this will be key row. Okay. So the point which is intersecting at key row and key column में भी आ रही है और key row में भी आ रही है. What is that number? 1, which is coming in key column also and key row also. So 1 will be the key number. So write over here, key column will be, what is key column? X1. Key row S3. And key number 1. Clear? finished. Understood? Everyone online? Are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
getting?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है? Can I erase this part? Huh? Finished? Offline? Can I erase? Okay. So now next table number 2, simplex table 2. Okay. Same as that only. CJ, PV, quantity and ratios. So this is x1, x2, s1, s2 and s3 and ratios. So what's the value? 64000, right. So now write the point. Next, sixth point. Key column variable will replace the key row variable. Key column variable will replace key row variable. After drawing this table, write key column variable will replace key row variable. And then after write next point, seventh point, key row will be divided by key number. Next after this write remaining values is equal to new entry is equal to old entry minus corresponding value of key row into corresponding value of key column. New entry is equal to old entry minus corresponding value of the key row into corresponding value of the key column. So now here what's a key column in the first table? X1 and key row is S3. Now as said in this point, key column variable will replace the key row. Key column क्या है? तो x1 है which will replace s3. So now here what you will get s1, s2 and x1. Okay. So now tell me value 6 0 0 x1 का वैल्यू क्या है? 6 है. ऊपर value of x1 is 6. So next tell me tell me next. Next, what's the value of this x1, s1, s2, x1 कैसे लिखता है, मतलब what will do? Next step, I have already written here. The key row, what is the key row here? Huh? 1 0 0 1. So it will be divided by the key number. What is the key number in the table? 1. Look at here, key row will be divided by, first we need to replace the key column variable with key row. We have did it. So next step, what we have to do, key row will be divided by the key number. So what is the key row here? So S3 is the key row, right? So it will be divided by 1, means you will get again that numbers only, 1 0 0 0 and 1. Okay, clear? So next, the remaining values, what we need to do for remaining values? Not getting? Here what he said, key column variable will be replaced by key row. So what's the key? Key column is x1. Key row is s3. So it should be replaced, right? S3 should be replaced by x1. So we have written x1 here. We removed s3 and we written x1. So now what the values of this will be? Key row will be divided by the key number. So what is the key row here? S3, right? We are replacing it S3 by x1. So values of this will be divided by key number. Key number here, what is the key number? 1. That is what? So 320 divided by 1, 320, and 1 divided by 1, 1 only, 0, 0, 0, 1. So you will get the same values. So next, the remaining values मतलब ये और ये सब. So कैसे आता है? What is the formula they have given? New entry is equal to old entry minus corresponding value of key row into corresponding value of key column. So here itself doing very easy, I think, but there is no space, right? So TK, I will erasing this one, okay? So tell me, old entries क्या होता है यहाँ? What we are replacing? So now what values we needed? S1 and S2. Right over here S1 and S2. इसका old entries क्या है वहाँ? देखो, old entry 720 1 2 1 0 0, right? So right over here 720 1 2 1 0. So you add that 0 also. Okay, next minus. Next what he is telling, corresponding value of key row. Key row क्या है वहाँ? S3. So what will be the corresponding value in that? S2. Okay, next what he is telling, corresponding value of key column क्या होता है मतलब? X2. No. Corresponding value of key column मतलब S1 का corresponding value of key column मतलब 1 होता है ना? 1 है, ये तो 1 है, but key row का values क्या है बोलो? Look at that table carefully. Everything is there in that only. Read the formula and try to make it. What he is telling, old entries we have did, right? What he is telling, values of key row, corresponding values of key row का values क्या है? Tell me. 320, 1, 0, 0, 0 and 1. Okay. Here we have written the old entries, right? Old entries क्या है इसमें? We are finding the values of S1 and S2. Okay. So इसका old entries क्या है? Already they have old entries of 721, 21, 0, 0. Okay. Next, values of key row क्या है? Key row, what's the key row values? 320, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, right? So that's what we need to write over here into corresponding value of key column. Key column का इसका S1 का key column का value क्या है? 1, right? 1, 2, 1, not 1, 2, 1, only 1. Because this 2 value is the value of S2. S1 का value is only 1. So it is multiplied into 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Got it? Any doubt? That's why I have not erased the table. Look at carefully what he is asking. Already we got x1 values. We have did x1 values. We need only S1 and S2 का values चाहिए हमको अभी. So what he is telling, for remaining values we need to follow that formula. New entry is equal to old entries. Old entries मतलब old numbers what they have in the table 1. Old entries what they have, S1 का values क्या है old entries का? 720, 1, 2, 1 and 0, 0. In minus and corresponding values of key row. Key rows का values क्या है? S3 is the key row. So इसका key row का value लिखो into corresponding value of key column. Key column क्या है यहाँ? X1 है क्या? X1 right? So X1 का S1 का corresponding value क्या होता है key row में? 1 right? Key column में? Okay? Into 1. So tell me now S2 का values बोलो अभी. 780, 2, 1, 0, 1 and 0. So minus. Now what's the key row values? Same 320, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 into. Now what's the key column? Corresponding key column. इसका key column है ये और S2 का value होता है 2. So 2. Now tell me the values. 720 minus 320, you'll get 400. And this 1 minus 1 into 1, what you'll get? 1 into 1. 1 minus 1, 0 you'll get. 0. Next 2 minus 0. 1 into 0, 0, right? 2 minus 0, 2. Next. No, actually this is 1, right? 1 minus 1 minus 1, 0. Okay. Next. 1 minus 0, 1. Do it in your books. Not, if not, just follow that formula and do it. You'll get now. Just go through your table, whatever you have written in your book. See that and do this step in your book. Don't copy this, you do it on your own. वो says simplex table 2, do it on your own by looking at table 1. Do it, then only you will get doubts. Online people, are you getting? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Finished? Finished? Okay, let us see. Completed? Offline, online, finished. Have you got the correct values? Any doubts online? Have you did?
Yes, ma'am.
Remaining people online?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubt offline? No doubt? Doubt? Huh? Are you getting or not? Any doubt? अच्छा डाउट है क्या? हाँ बोलो. Tell me what's your doubt? हाँ? सब में डाउट है थोड़ा थोड़ा. कहाँ से डाउट है? पूरा समझ में नहीं आया. अच्छा ठीक है, बोल. पेन दे दो मुझे. Copied everything, right? You? Okay. So now this is the simplex table. Okay. So what's the maximization function they have given in the question? You have not copied that maximization values. So this is the maximization value, right? So this is the maximization value. So here, so 6 is the x1 and 4 is the x2 and s1 is 0, s2 is also 0 and s3 is also 0. And Cj, this is the only values for s1, s2, s3. But here the Cj values denote overall x1, x2, s1, s2, s3. Okay, this is a ratio. So you got this. So this is there in the question already, 720. So these values are nothing. ये वाला हो गया तो कहाँ से मतलब? So this, how you have selected this key column, key row? You got it? Okay. So next, tell me. ये डाउट है, ये 900 कैसे आ गया तुमको? 400 है. अच्छा. So you did, how did you write these values then? If you don't get, if you didn't get, you did done. You didn't done. कर लिया पर लेकिन फिर भी डाउट है. ठीक है. So maximum positive values of n are to be selected as a key column. This is okay, right? So here what he said, key column variable to be replaced by key row variable. So here what's a key column? So this is a key column. So this is a key row, right? So what should be replaced? Tell me now. What is saying? Key column should be, key column variable will replace the key row. Okay, key column variable क्या है? S3. Okay, S3 will be replaced by key row key column variable will replace as a key row variable. मतलब x3 will be replaced by x1. So here x3 का place में x1 आता है. Okay, so now what's the values of x1? Tell me, how did you write this? Already here there in this. So s3 का values is divided, this values divided by key number. Key number here it is 1. If it is 2, so these numbers divided by 2 we have to do. So now here it is 1. So now x1 values are this. So now we need to find s1 and s2 values. So how we will find s1 and s2 values? S1, suppose s2. So now s1 का values क्या है यहाँ table 1 में? So it's 720, right? s1 का values ऐसे देखना है. Okay, so 1 2 1 0 0 minus, put minus. Next, into what they are saying? Into corresponding value of the row. So तो क्या समझ में नहीं आया तुमको? वही तो है, यहाँ से ही आया था वो numbers. 720. Okay, so this minus. So tell me what's a key row here? 1 0 0 0 1. So here 320. This is 1, this is 0 0 1. Okay, so minus of key corresponding value of key row is what? So key column is 1 into 1, right? So ye into this, if you solve these values you will get the numbers. You got the numbers here, right? So this is the numbers you need to write here. Okay, so after solving this you will get the numbers, right? That numbers you need to write here. This is what the numbers is. Okay, After solving this, you got the number same as this, right? Okay, so you need to write this number. So tell me the Zj value. What I have said, how to calculate Zj. Zj is equal to 0 into, this all will be 0 in the first column, sorry, first row. 0 into this all will be 0. So this 6 into 1, 6. Next 6 into 0. In the second one, tell me 6 into, already the 2 rows will be 0 only. But this 6 into 0, 0. Next 6 into 0, 0. Next 6 into 0, 0. 6 into 1, 6. Okay. So next tell me C minus Z. 6 minus 6, 0. 4 minus 0, 4. 0 minus 0, 0, 0 and 6 minus 0, minus 6. Okay. So tell me from the, I have written you points, right? So look at that point, the maximum value from this C minus Z is what? It should be maximum and it should always be positive. Actually the 6 is maximum but it is negative. So we cannot take that. So here the positive and maximum value क्या है? 4 है. So now this row will be, sorry, this column will be key column. Next. So this 400 divided by 2 and 140 divided by 1 and 320 divided by 0. You will get the ratios, right? So write down the ratios. 400 divided by 2 क्या है? 200, right? 140 and this 320 divided by 0 will be 0. Okay, clear here? So now in this what will be the positive value and minimum value is, what is the positive and minimum value in that ratio? 140. We cannot take 0. Okay. So now this row will be key row. So tell me the number which is intersecting both in key column and key row. This is 1, right? So now this is the key number. Okay. Can I erase the table 1? So now what should be replaced? With what? Tell me. What should be replaced? Which value, which variable to be replaced in the table? What's a key row? Key row is S2 and the key column is X2. So S2 will be replaced by X2. So now write the table 2. So table 3, right? Simplex table 3. You need to do these tables till all the slack variables should be gone and you need to get the values for that slack variable. Okay. So Cj and press base value, quantity, and Cj values x1, x2, s1, s2 and s3 and ratios. So now Cj value, so what will be the base values? S1 and S2 will be replaced by x2. Now next x1. So tell me the values of this Cj. x0 and x2 का value क्या है? 4 and 6. This is 64000. Now tell me the values of which is replaced. X2 is replaced, right? These are the maximum values from objective function. We need to make these slack variables. We need to remove the slack variables, and we need to get this x1, x2, x3 in the place of slack variables. So this will change, this will not change. This is objective function will be like that only. This constant variables will change. Subject to constant is there, no? The variables will change, but the function will, my objective function will be like that only. Okay. So now tell me, what will be the S2 ka values, tell me. The row should be divided by, key row should be divided by key number. So it will be same numbers, 140, 0. Everyone getting right? So 0, 1, 0, 1 and 2. Okay. So next tell me, do that old entry is equal to न्यू एंट्रीज करो अभी ये दोनों वैल्यूज का S1 एंड S1 एंड X1 का न्यू एंट्रीज कर दो अभी. न्यू एंट्रीज इज इक्वल टू ओल्ड एंट्री माइनस दैट कॉलम इनटू रो नंबर. डू इट फास्टली.
मैम मैम S2 रो में लास्ट वाला 2 -2 होगा ना.
कहाँ
S2 रो में
हाँ
लास्ट वाला 2 जो है -2 होगा.
दिस वन -2.
यस मैम.
अच्छा ओके. So solve this and tell me the numbers. Solve it. Actually we have missed one, this here we didn't value this zj values. Zj values here you will get the value, right? 0 into 400, 0 into 140 is 0, but 6 into 320 you will get the value, right? What's the value? 6 into 320, 6 into 320,
1920.
190. Okay, right over.
1920.
1920. Okay, I have written. Finish that part.
मैम
Hmm.
मैम
Yeah.
x2 के नीचे 0 होगा,
कहाँ?
120 उसके बाद 0 उसके बाद 2 लिखिए ना आप।
ये वाला
जी मैम।
0 कैसे होगा?
तो यहाँ पे 0 इंटू 2 माइनस 0। कैलकुलेशन में
No, 0 minus 0 into 1. That will be 2 minus 0 into 1. That will be. Here the old entry value of x2 is 2, right? Minus the key column value is, key row value is 0. 2 minus 0 into 1. It will be 2 only. Once check again, so 2 only. 2 minus 0 into 1.
मैम S1 का जो कैलकुलेशन किए हैं आप यहाँ पे बोर्ड पे
अच्छा, ये वाला?
400 हाँ हाँ सेकेंड वाला।
This one?
हाँ हाँ मैम।
अच्छा, what is this? I didn't get you.
कैलकुलेशन से तो 0 ही निकल रहा है।
हाँ, this x1 is 0 only.
मैम x2 का बात बोल रहे हैं।
x2 will be, अच्छा okay, 2 minus 2 0 itself. Put that 0. Finished, everyone? So tell me, zj values 0 into 120, 0, 4 into 140 plus 6 into 320. Tell me the value. 4 into 140 plus 6 into 320. Here 4 into 1, 4, 6, 4, 4, 4 into 2 minus 8, 8, 6. Here minus 2. Got it? What's the value of zj? 4 into 140 plus 6 into 320. What's the value?
2480।
24?
80।
2480. Okay. So this one, everyone understood these values? 644 minus 2. How did you got? Understood? ZJ values. Here it will be always 0. So here 4 into 0, 0. 4 into 1, 4. 6 into 1, 6. And 4 into 1, 4. Here it is 0 only. And 4 into 2, 8. This is minus 8. And 6 into 1, minus 1. So minus 8 plus 6, minus 2. Okay. So now tell me what will be the key column. Key column will be x1, right? X1 or which one? So finish that key column and key row. Tell me. Do it fastly. Tell me. What value did you got here? X1 ma? X1, oh sorry, X2 will be the same values, right? So same values did you got? S1 or X2, X3? Huh? So tell me, it will be the key column. So key column divided by quantity, here it's 0, 0 and 320, right? Minimum value, it means it will be divided by this. Sorry, it will be the key row and this 1 is the key number again. And solve the table number 4. Do it table number 4 fastly. Any doubt? You got another key column or key table, right? Any doubt regarding key column and key table?
मैम यहाँ पे कैसे पता लगा ये की कॉलम है और की
I have said, you know, I have told you to write the point like the maximum values of NERT. So this Z minus C minus Z. Acha, we have not did C minus Z, right? Sorry. So erase this. You people not telling me, huh? You just copying what? We not did C minus Z values only. So tell me these values again. What's the values here? 120 and this one? 140, 320, here 0, 0, 1. Okay, this is 6, right? So C minus Z values, tell me. 6 minus 6, 0. This is 2 or 0? 0. This is what? It's a 4. This is also 4, right? This is 2. Minus 2. This is minus 1. This is minus 2, right? Okay. So do that C minus Z values. C minus Z, 6 minus 6, 0. And next 4 minus 4, 0. And here 0 minus 4, minus 4. Here 0, minus 2, minus into minus plus it will be. So it will be 2. So here what will be the maximum value? 2, right? So that will be the key column. Okay. And what will be the key row? So online you have asked that how to select the key column and key row. So here in this, what will be the C minus Z value in this? What is the maximum value? C minus Z में कौन सा value maximum है? 4, right? In this table. So in this, it is 4, right? So now this will be the key column. After dividing quantity divided by key column, you will get the key ratio. So in this key ratio, we need to select the minimum value, minimum positive value. So now that will be the key row, which is intersecting number. So that will be the key number. Okay, online, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the key? This is the key column. And what's the key row? This divided by this. 120 divided by 3. How much? 40. Okay, next 140 divided by 2, 70. Next, is this minus 2? Achha, okay, minus 40 here. Sorry, minus 70. 320 divided by minus 1. Minus 320. This one is plus. Achha, okay, so plus. So now here what will be the key row? 40, right? So here it will be the key row. So do simplex table number 4. This is the last table. So this method is very मतलब इसमें बहुत सारा चीज़ होता है मतलब रिमेंबर करने के लिए. You need to remember many steps and techniques. Mute it, Anjana. So next tell me simplex table number 4. So tell me, what are the Cj values now? What will be replaced by what? Which will replace Which you will replace now? This is x1. Tell me which you will replace. S1 by S3. Okay. So now we need to write S3, right? So what is the value of S3? 0. Here 4 and next 6. Here the same, you will have the same numbers. So now what will be the S3 values? Why S3 means I have written you the points, right? Look that. Because what is the key column? Key column is S3. And what is the key row? S1. Here S1 and S3, right? So that's why. Next, tell me quantity, how much? 120, 140. Achha, sorry, we need to do this, right? Now tell me the value of S1 divided by what key number? What is the key number? 3. So into multiplied, right? Divide. Huh? Divide. Okay, tell me. 40. I think it's multiplication. Achha, key row will be divided by the key number. So 120 divided by 40. What you will get? 120 divided by 120 divided by 3. 40. Okay. Next, 0 divided by 3. Tell me fastly the values. 0, 0. 1 divided by 3. No, we will write like that only. 1 divided by 3. Okay. Minus 2 divided by 3. Next 3 divided by 3, it will be 1. Okay. So next tell me these values. You don't simplify like if it is like this, just be it like that only. Okay. So tell me the final values. That old entries formula. Do it fastly. Let's start. 57. Finished? After going home, try to do this by not seeing your book. Do it 3 times, 4 times, whatever it may be, but you need to know perfectly every step, what need to be done after what. Step by step you need to know. Then only you will get very clear. You will be very clear in the question. Finished? Finished? So you got this answers. So this is what the x1 and x2 values, and the maximization function ka total amount is 2560. Finished? What happened? If you finished, write down the new topic, transportation. Write down the points if you have finished it. Finished, पूरा complete किया.
मैम
Yeah.
मैम की रो और की कॉलम बता दीजिए ना इसमें.
Huh? What?
की रो and की कॉलम.
Now it's not needed because already we got x1 x2 values right over here. So here the answer ends.
Okay.
We need to do till the 3 slack variables should be replaced with the maximization function variables. So we need to know x1 values and x2 values and the total maximization function value. Okay.
Okay,
This
ma'am.
whatever the variables, if there is 4 variables, the 4 variables should be replaced with the maximization function variables. Okay, you need to do till that point. Okay, write down transportation, put transportation and write down transportation. Transportation problem is a specific type of linear programming problem. Transportation is a specific type of linear programming problem. Special type of LLP or linear programming problem. Hence it can be formulated and solved. Hence can be formulated and solved. Transportation application relate to LLP. Next point, transportation application relate to LLP. Where goods transportation application relate to a LLP, relate to an LLP, where goods are to be transported, where goods are to be transported from M production location to N sales location, where goods are to be transported from, M production, M production location to N sales location. The objective, next point, the objectives are to meet, the objectives are to meet the different availability and requirement of, the objectives are to meet the availability and requirement of these locations, availability and requirement of these locations, to minimize transportation cost, to minimize transportation costs. The objectives are to meet different availability and requirement of these locations to minimize transportation cost. Next point, a transportation problem is said to be balanced if the total supply is equal to total demand.
मैम और एक बार बोलिए ना.
A transportation problem is said to be balanced. Transportation problem is said to be balanced when the total demand or the total demand is equal to the total supply. And the unbalanced if they are not equal, and the unbalanced is if they are not equal. So there are two types of solutions for any transportation problem. Next one, two types of solution for any transportation problem. First one is initial solution. There are two types of solution. Write down. The first solution is initial solution. The second one is optimal solution. And there are three methods. In transportation problem. There are, first one is least cost method. Second one, northwest corner rule. And third one, Vogel's approximation. First one is least cost and second one is northwest corner. Northeast or northwest? Next one is Vogel's approximation method. So what is transportation? Like if not, Ramu is producing Maggi. What he is producing? Maggi. Okay, he has two factories, factory 1 and factory 2. Okay, he has two factories, 1 and 2. Next, he has three warehouses. First one, second one and third one. Now, through these three warehouses, he is supplying to foreign also. Okay, supplying across the world, across or other states. Okay, he is producing what? Maggi. He has two factories and he has three warehouses. Suppose, let us assume this is in India and this is in China and this is in US. Okay, and these factories are located, for example, as these are in India only. Okay, now the factory is producing, like example, 10,000 Maggi packets and the warehouses have, suppose, 5,000 capacity. One has 5,000 and one has 5,000 and other has 10,000. Okay, now he don't know where I got an order from China to produce 20,000 Maggi packets. So now my factory is going to produce 20,000, but I don't have that 20,000 right with me in India. So I have stored that in different warehouses in different countries. Okay, so by using this transportation model, the Ramu will know that how much we need to get from how many Maggi packets we need to get from which factory or from which warehouse. Suppose example, this can be made as a table like this. Okay, so this is a factory F1 and F2 and warehouse W1, W2 and W3. Okay, so now these boxes are known as cell. Okay, these boxes are known as cells. So now suppose the factory, what is this? 5,000 and this is 5,000. It has a storage capacity of 5,000 and this is 10,000 and my factory is producing 10,000 and 10,000. The problems will be like this. Okay, these are the factories and these are the warehouses. Like suppose we'll take the numbers like probability. So it can store this much and this warehouse can store this much and this warehouse can store this much. By using transportation model, we'll get know that by using the least transportation cost, where we can supply to the customer. Okay, through transportation, through making transportation cost low, we can supply the customer from which factory to which warehouse. Okay, so that is what the transportation is. Okay, we'll discuss tomorrow. We'll discuss the problems tomorrow in these 3 methods. Okay.